As you can see, we are back in the digs. It's just my house. No big deal. I got to fold laundry. I just came back from getting the laundry. But I'm gonna scoop me up. Hold on. Ugh, there we go. One is the number for this morning because I have moved up to the #1 spot in the league because I won. Also, 1 is the number on the Olive Garden side where we will start because that is the only number of games I can win at a time before I lose. So, but this week was a winning week. Appreciate you. And appreciate you. So you know how we do. We're starting on We Back. In the window. Say hey, I'm right here. Devron. I always gotta mention my boys when we do this league because I spend a lot of time with these fellas. And I didn't know he was doing fantasy league for all this time. I didn't know. But we're here now, and Devron, this might be the worst week I ever seen you have. Because I was for sure that if I didn't score 120 points, I was going to lose by 20. So, but we both had a down week, as we will show you in a second. Flash, there it is, 85.5 to 70.3. Now, it's 15-point victory. Yes, it is. But when you're playing in 1-point PPR fantasy, it's a pretty bad day for both teams. One just had a worse bad day than the other one. Kind of like when I played Pilar in the first week of the season. Yeah, where I scored like 90 points and I won. I didn't like it. I just left a bad taste in my mouth. But it's a W nonetheless. So, let's talk about it. Oh, excuse me. Lamar Jackson, once again, had a pedestrian day at the office. However, and he had a fumble. I'm going to need, a lot of people on my team had fumbles. I'm glad I remembered that because I want to address that. We'll get back to it. Lamar Jackson, 11 and a half fantasy points. Rashad White, appreciate you. Because that's the guy who's been kind of sort of like between 12 and 20. That I've been like wondering like how it was going to pan out. But this 27.9 he got this week. Then again, matchups. It was against the Houston defense, and they're bottom 5 in the league against the run every year, and top 5 against the pass. So, appreciate you. Kenneth Walker ran into that Ravens defense. And if you don't know about that Ravens defense, go ahead and keep starting your running backs against them. No big deal. Jalen Waddle ran into that Chiefs defense. That's what happened. I was like, what happened to Jalen Waddle? He ran into that Chiefs defense. And if you don't know by now, the Chiefs defense is real. If you don't got them, go get them. If you got them, use them. But not this week because they're on the bye. Puka did not have Matt Stafford. I kind of figured I was ready for a single-digit game from Puka. But you can't not start Puka. You know? Like, you have to. Oh, yeah, I never told y'all. Trade for Puka Nacua. I don't have Justin Jefferson anymore. It's Puka Nacua now. So it's Puka and Jalen Waddle, George Pickens, Jahan Dotson, and all these boys at receiver. So Dallas Goedert probably going to the injured reserve. We'll talk about who I picked up on the lineup side of things. Dallas Goedert did Dallas Goedert stuff, you know, for how much he got thrown the ball. George Pickens got shut down by Tennessee. Apparently, George Pickens is the new #1 receiver in Pittsburgh. So they shut George Pickens down, and Deontay Johnson went off on them. So you'll have that. It's Kenny Pickett. He is not playing good enough to have 2 fantasy relevant wide receivers, and so that's what happens. That Atlanta defense went off, kinda. Like, when Josh Dobbs got in, they started getting ate up a little bit. But before that, I mean, they got him a little bit too. But they got me 8 points. You know the only defense to get me double-digit fantasy points this year? It's Kansas City Chiefs. I put them back on the waivers, and now they're not. They might still be a thing. I'm gonna have to go look when I get done. I didn't see nobody pick them up. I went through the shit, and nobody. Never mind it. But if I can get them, then I'm dropping the Falcons defense. I know I can't get them in my league because Vernon got them, but they might still be a thing. Matter of fact, right now, I'm not even finna wait. I'm not even finna wait. Let this thing load up right now. Where was I at? The Falcons defense. And Nick Folk beat Nick Folkin. So I picked him up 11 points. It didn't hurt David. Appreciate that. I know David is not sad about not getting hurt by... Yeah. Chiefs defense is on a bye. I'm gonna have to pick them up before the end of the day. Because, or at least before this video go out. Because as soon as them boys watch it, they're going to be on it. So, but yeah. Back to what we was talking about. Nick Folk. Appreciate you. Delveron. Derek Carr got him 16 points. That may be one of the better fantasy games from Derek Carr we've seen this year. Cam Akers out for the season with a torn Achilles on the opposite foot. I feel bad for that man. I hate injuries. I remember when I used to play Madden and I turned off injuries. That's how much I hate injuries. Royce Freeman. Maybe it was a decent play. The Packers aren't very good against the run. But Darrell Henderson wasn't available. That was a defensive strategy by me. You're welcome. Tyreek Hill also ran to that Chiefs defense. He fumbled. So we'll get back to the fumbles. Jacoby Myers did Jacoby Myers stuff. Kyle Pitts is a little bit better than last year, but still just like, you know. DK Metcalf ran into that Ravens defense, and he got shut down. Tennessee. I don't know what happened to Tennessee's run defense. But Najee Harris and Jalen Warren was running all over them. And he started a Miami kicker, which ran into that Chiefs defense. I keep saying that on purpose. That Chiefs defense. But 85-70. 5-4. Now I need 2 wins in a row. I got to beat Willie this week. We'll come back to that. On to the where yep. It's happening. It's happening, people. Not yet. Not yet. 80. I won by 30. 88 to 58. 0.7 to 0.7. I think that's pretty cool. Sorry, Mike. Mike, I want to say you're having a shaky quarterback year. That is what's happening. Austin Eckler is also hurt for you a lot. But we'll get into it. Also, you waited on Cooper Kupp. Good for you. Good for you. You lost other pieces, which made it not work out as well, but good for you. Once again, Lamar Jackson was pedestrian. DeAndre Swift was also pedestrian, but he still somehow managed to almost get 10 points. He ran into that Dallas Cowboys defense. Breece Hall for the Chargers. The Chargers are, or maybe the Jets are just bad. Or I don't know. I've seen people all over the Chargers defense this year. So, whatever. Jamar Chase was hurt. Is hurt. He still had 4 catches for 41 yards. Keenan Allen, congratulations on your 10,000. Dalton Kincaid, he would have had 9 points, but he fumbled. Sheesh. Aaron Jones, welcome back. And just in time, too. We've been to get warmed up for these playoffs. Appreciate that. Because I gave away some running backs. I need you to be what you need to be so that, yeah. Thank you. Once again, that Falcons defense did lots of stuff, but gave up 31 points, and we lost. No big deal. But that boy Youngway was kicking that thing. You see, I almost got 21 points from my kicker, but I got 19. It helped me win, though. I think he might be the highest scoring person on my team. Yep, he is. Don't care. I won. On the Mike side of things, he had George Pickens. And you see what George Pickens did. Austin Eckler is back. That is his only double-digit score. I remember having weeks like this. I don't feel bad. It's competition. Anyways. Dallas defense. Dallas defense has been a heavy point scorer. A lot of people win because of that. But when they get into the thick of this division schedule, specifically when they play the Eagles and the Commanders, like it's always a bunch of points in those two games. The Giants, they got one team they ain't got to worry about. The Giants. 88 to 58. 0.7 to 0.7. Thursday, who? I never know. Don't judge me. It is the Bears and the Panthers. It is a pick'em. Start your running backs against both of these teams. So if you have either set, you should probably do that. I don't know. Start everybody. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of points, but neither one of those defenses are very good. As a matter of fact, yeah, neither one of those defenses are very good. So do you want to start the Bears defense or do you want to start the Panthers defense? Who do you think is going to do better? Questions. All right. Let's shrink real fast so we can put these lineups up so y'all can compare. Appreciate you. We will start on the Olive Garden side. Lamar Jackson, Rachaad White, Ken Walker, George Pickens. Javonte is the second half of the year. Javonte. Write it down. You heard it here first. If I can sneak and get... Well, I think I'll play the Falcons defense this week. See what they do against Kyler Murray in his first game back. Probably won't do very good. But that's okay. But I am going to pick that Chiefs defense up for the rest of the season because I would rather have them than the Falcons for the rest of the season. Even though they probably have worse matchups, they just play better. There you go. I picked up Gerald Everett before Dallas Goedert got hurt to cover Dallas Goedert's bye week. Because he plays the Lions and the Lions are terrible against tight ends. And it's a Chargers tight end, and they got Mike Williams on IR, and they got Josh Palmer on IR, and they can't really trust Quentin Johnson yet. That was the whole thought process behind that. John Dotson, it's probably time to put him in the lineup because he's double digits every week these days because Curtis Samuel's hurt. So I think he is the solidified number 2 in Washington land. And no one can seem to stop Sam Howell for throwing for a lot of yards. So, starting that guy. I know that projection don't look good, but these fantasy points that these boys been putting up been looking good. So they're in the lineup. Let's move. Oh yeah, Nick Folk. Still. Never taking Nick Folk. Never taking Nick Folk out of the lineup. On to the other side. Again, Lamar Jackson, because I like Lamar Jackson. DeAndre Swift is on a bye. Aaron Jones against that Pittsburgh defense. Breece Hall against that Vegas defense, which has been playing better. And the Jets offense has been playing worse. So we'll see. You never not start Jamar Chase. You never not start Keenan Allen. Have y'all seen Dalton Kincaid lately? And Brandon Ayuk. Just because I like to say it like that. While the Jets offense has not been very good, that Jets defense though, even though they lost 27-6 against the Chargers on Monday night, they still got the same amount of fantasy points as the Falcons. How? And Youngway, you might be on the bench for the bye week. I don't know. I'm going to have to work that out. Because if you're going to be scoring 20 points a week, I can't just put you on the waivers. It's crunch time, people. It is week 10. We are here. I can't believe I'm doing this well. I'm trying not to. It's just like when the first year. This is what I feel like right now. So the first year, when Georgia was winning by a lot of points, right? I sold out for 1 week, and then Alabama happened, and everybody was like, "There go Georgia being Georgia." Whatever. I'm learning to be humble for as long as possible, because this shit can go away like that. But we live. We lit. Week 10. I'm 7-2. I'm 5-4. We're not doing too bad. 12-6 overall is not terrible. That's 66% winning percentage. I did that math in my head. Until next week. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.